Okay, today I'm going to do my Mazda 5 transmission oil and filter. I'm going to drop the pan and replace the filter. So here on this left side we have the BECKARNLEY filter. I'm just showing you a comparison. I only bought this here because in the BECKARNLEY part number 0440393, because I really bought that to get this gasket because I hate those other makeup gaskets, you know, from the tube. So this is an original Mazda 5 filter which I bought from the dealer. That's the part number there. I bought the O-ring, which is here. Now a couple differences I noticed. The O-ring from the BECKARNLEY is a little stiffer. The original Mazda gasket is a little softer. So if we look at these two filters here, everything lines up the same. I'm trying to get it closer for you. There we go. So we can see that pin there. We can see this pin here. They're both the same height. This part here appears to be machined a little better, or formed a little better than this part here. You know, that's the number of the BECKARNLEY, and this here is made in the good old US of A. And I noticed this metal ring around the filter here on the original. I guess under extreme conditions it may prevent it from separating. We flip over here and we see it's the exact layout, the exact same. BECKARNLEY, this Mazda 5 OEM, as you can tell with the metal ring around it. The pickups are the same depth. The media inside looks to be the same. Actually, the Mazda OEM looks a little darker in color. This stud here is sort of square on the BECKARNLEY. This one here is kind of rounded, and I noticed there's a divot here. I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's a magnet or a bypass, who knows. After I remove the other filter from the car, which is the OEM, we'll cut open the BECKARNLEY, or cut open the Mazda OEM filter and do a comparison on the inside. Again, this is for 08 Mazda 5. Okay, so there we go. I took the sunpan out from the 208 Mazda 5 transmission. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I'm going to clean all of that gunk off, especially this magnet here, which is fill. It's not too bad, but we'll clean all this up, prep it. And this is where the transmission, this is what it looks like underneath here. That's the filter over there. We'll clean all of that up. Everything looks pretty much okay. And as soon as I'm ready to pre-assemble, we'll start over again. Okay, so we're gonna change the filter now that I got most of this gunk out. It's pretty straightforward. All you do is just pop this out right here, and you just hold this and pull the filter out. Now, of course, there's a little bit of oil there, which I should have anticipated, but you know, I did not. We got like it's not like the Exxon Valdez, but you know, that's basically what it is. And you just plug the new filter back in. Just like so. See, it's in. Couldn't go in any other way. Let's do that one more time. Some there don't feel right. Let's pull that out again. And we're gonna make sure that, there we go, that's more like it. And push it in. It rattles, but that's okay. And then we just stick this back right in here. And pretty much that's it. Filter's in. Alright, we'll start assembling stuff. We'll see you in a few. Okay, so I'm done prepping the sump pan, transmission sump pan from the 08 Mazda 5. I put this gasket in. It's a good idea to put all your bolts in before you offer it up. And the torque setting for this is 10 foot-pounds, so we'll install this. And after we'll fill it, make sure that you change this metal gasket that's here. It just pops, it's just underneath here. This is the new one. It's already there. Put a new one. And after we'll fill it up. How I do it is I measure how many quarts come out. I just fill it in a bottle, and I know. And if it's 4 quarts, I put 4 quarts in, 3.5, 5, whatever it is. I put the same amount that comes out. I put it right back in. So we're gonna push this in, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so everything's back together. You know, we cleaned everything up. We torqued the bolts to the right setting. You know, we already filled it. 4 quarts of transmission fluid came out. We put back 4 quarts. I left the car in park, started it up, and you know, let it run for about a minute. Then I put it in park drive with my foot on the brake. Please remember, foot on the brake. Your car is on jacks. So, you know, everything shifted well. We'll take it for a road test. I'm pretty sure everything will be all right. Got you on the next one. Okay, as I was saying earlier on, I was going to cut open the OEM, which is this one, and the BECKARNLEY, which is this one. Now the OEM has that metal ring around it, so you just cut that ring, pull it open, and this whole thing just separates like that. It comes out in 2. It just pops out, right? So this is where the suction is here, suction here. So it pulls here, and it sucks through here. And what I noticed with this media is very thick, and you know, it's well made. Now let's look at the BECKARNLEY. So you know, I have to use my oscillating tool to get that going. So it comes out. First thing I noticed, the media is of a different material. It's very thin. It's very thin. Very, very thin. And you know, I'm just trying to show the OEM is a lot thicker. The material, the media itself is, the body is a lot thicker. I'm not saying that, you know, the oil didn't swell it up a bit, but you can feel this and know that, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll work well. I don't know for how long. But I think the OEM media will allow greater flow than the material that's actually in this BECKARNLEY filter. So you know, this one is used on the left, this one is the BECKARNLEY. Pretty much the cut grooves are pretty much the same. Again, the cut grooves look pretty much the same. The depth of the sump is the same. The suction, I mean, that's the suction part there. Everything is almost identical. You know, the choice is really yours. I would stick with the OEM. You know, I think it's better made. And this was glued on here pretty good. I had to put a lot of effort into getting that open. I used my oscillating tool. But you know, the OEM is definitely better made. So I wouldn't recommend going with a generic filter. That's just me. I would always go with the OEM filter because what, you're going to change that every 60,000 miles. This car is 97,000. I'm just doing it. And the way it looks and the way things are going through it, it's not dirty by any means. But you know, I wouldn't be changing this filter again. I know that. So you know, the choice is yours. OEM on the left. And I mean, this thing costs $20. This thing costs $100. You know, I don't think the heat would separate this one against this one here that had the metal ring. You know. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, I would have opened it up and tried my best to show you the difference between the OEM and the BECKARNLEY, which is the generic. I think I would stick with the OEM in this case.